Gorilla Tag is doomed, and it's all up to us to save it. Saturday, January 10th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Gorilla Tag had its largest and most destructive event yet. The green dot was the center of the event. If you don't know what the green dot is, here's what it looks like. At the end of the event, we ended up finding out what it actually was, and it turned out to be this fat motherfucker. After it crash landed into city, it completely shit on us and Gorilla Corp by showing that Gorilla Corp does not care about our safety and showing that we pretty much aren't really safe on this planet. Anyway, after this monster's arrival, it decided to dig down into Gorilla World's crust, creating a massive hole going to who knows where. Dude, who the fuck is calling me? Hello? Oh, hi. Alright. Alright. Okay, I see. Thank you. I captured that motherfucker. So yeah, as of today, I am re-recording the script. Cause Gorilla Tag, they posted a brand new video today showcasing that they captured that fat thing. I don't know how they did, but I don't know, that's Gorilla Corp's work. I don't know, not mine, not Gorilla Tag's, just Gorilla Corp's. I don't know. You know what? Let's move on from this fat-ass alien stuff, and let's talk about the actual theory. As we know from my other video, Gorilla Corp is hiding something from the public's eye. The pinkish purple goo has an energy property built inside of it, which is what's allowing it to be used as an energy source throughout Ghost Reactor, because we can see it being used in the Ghost Reactor itself and the tools used throughout Ghost Reactor. We also know where we got this weird material from. It was from the asteroids in Guardian, since when they explode, it creates a giant explosion of the same color and alters properties about the gorillas that destroy it, proving its weird properties and showcasing that it's literally just the same material in a different form. We also know this because of a little bit of a reference from this one amazing cool series that I definitely recommend watching called The Moon Woke Up, where an evil company takes a weird purple-pink goo from the moon that crashed into Earth and used it as an energy source to rebuild humanity. I also just want to say this, I do not condone to any harassment that might happen because about what I'm about to say in this theory. This doesn't mean anything's guaranteed to happen. Do not harass people over it, because I know people have already been harassing others about this situation as a whole. Anyway, now that recap and warning is done, let's move on to why Gorilla Tag is doomed. First off, I want to continue with the pinkish purple goo, which I'm going to refer to as juice from now on, due to it being called juice in Ghost Reactor, and matching up with the same purplish pinkish material from the Moon Woke Up, also being called juice. Basically, as we've seen, this weird juice has energy properties inside of it, able to fuel an entire multitude of buildings and objects. What if I told you it's not just a source of energy? Monsters. You see them everywhere in Ghost Reactor. Some are zombie-like, some are more ghost-like, and some are skeletons. And also, some are fully developed bodies of actual gorillas that have altered in a way. Anytime they die, they drop a little capsule that is filled with the same juice that I've talked about in the past. Doesn't this seem weird? Abiotic organisms and biotic organisms that contain a crap ton of this weird energy source. But that might not be that weird after all. Throughout Ghost Reactor, we see a bunch of little flower plant type things that also produce and contain the same weird capsule that is filled with the same type of juice that we find after killing these monsters in Ghost Reactor. With these two ideas in mind, this implies that these two are connected in a way, which I think I know the answer to. Once again, we're going to look back to the Moon Woke Up. And in this series, we can see surviving humans that were once in the radius of the near extinction event get exposed to this weird juice material, turning them into these things called moon beasts. This could be what we see happening here. This juice could possibly be a virus or a radioactive material that could cause you to turn into something completely different, a monster. At least this happens in Gorilla Tag. This can bring dead things or non-living things to life, as seen with the plants and literal skeletons producing and containing this very material. This isn't included in the Moon Woke Up, but it's still important to share. This is a very, very crucial point in what I'm about to say. Now, you may be wondering, how in the living hell did all this juice get down here? The answer to that is something I already covered. Gorilla Corp. Since we know Gorilla Corp already gathered this material from asteroids in Guardian, and use it as a source of energy, we can assume they needed a way to produce infinite or near infinite source of this juice since Guardian left the game after a little while. So they basically took matters into their own hands and experimented turning these plants into juice-making objects, which then, due to all the exposure that these skeletons and dead gorillas get down there in the depths of the caves and whatnot, it caused these guys to become alive in what we know as Ghost Reactor. Whew, that's a lot. I'm sorry about that, but yeah. Now, let's move on to what really matters. And I'm gonna be straightforward and say this. The alien is a parasite. This alien is a parasite. We can see it on its back that it takes a large asteroid or a small moon as a shell, almost like it's using it as a host. This would also tie into the idea of how the asteroids and moons were alive as well, and since if this is the case, the parasitic alien is also the source of the weird juice. This is why we see these non-sentient objects become sentient. Like I said, the juice is a virus that can turn anything abiotic into a biotic factor. With this in mind, what do parasites actually do? They take a larger creature or object as a host and use it to fulfill their hopes and dreams until those hopes and dreams are completely accomplished and finished, and they leave the host. And this alien is a parasite. And what did it do after it landed in the city? It dug down into Gorilla World's crust, and it was stopped by Gorilla Corp, but not fully. It has more access to all this juice, possibly making it impossible to destroy, and if it does accomplish what it needs, our planet will turn out just like the asteroids and moons. A sentient, unstoppable creature. So with that said, and fully complete, it's up to us now. We can dig deeper and kill this monster before it could ever destroy our planet. Or we could fix the rocket and potentially get us off this planet before it actually does become sentient. I'm personally on Team Dig. I want to kill this fat and get Gorilla World back for ourselves. And if we do get it back for ourselves, we will literally save Gorilla World. And if we don't, and we choose to fix the rocket, blame Gorilla Corp. Don't blame yourselves. Don't harass anybody over what happens. Just do what is needed, whatever the outcome is. Hopefully Gorilla World or Monkey Kind is safe. Anyway, I do want to say a big thanks to everybody who followed me and liked my last video. It got Gorilla Tag's attention, and they actually followed me because of it, which is a huge accomplishment. But now, Gorilla Tag, there's one thing I need to ask you. Was my last theory right, and was this theory correct? Because I did not get a response back from that last video. That's all I'm asking. And once again, do not harass anybody on opposing teams, because that's already happened in the past, and it's horrible. Thank you so much for watching. Please do consider liking, following, or subscribing, depending on what platform you're on. And please spread this information so we can hopefully get Gorilla Tag's attention and have them confirm whether it was right or wrong. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Goodbye. Ugh.